Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. This desk is in a huge mess, but it seems like we have a lot of fun when that is the condition of the desk. I don't know if there's something wrong with us that we feel like we have to take a box and turn it into something, especially a journal cover, but you know, I'm okay with this version of myself. I have talked to so many other people lately. I think somebody left it in a comment lately. I talked to somebody in person recently who said they're at an age where this is what they want to do, this is what they're going to do, and even, to the point where these are my people. This is who I want to be around, people who enjoy doing what I do, which is make junk journals. And just, if I want to save every piece of trash that leaves my house, I will do it. And we're also part of the We Don't Care Club. So anyway, this was a really cute box. It's a cute size. I get my ink from HP. We talked about the Hewlett-Packard printer in the last video, and I love my printer. I can work around this issue with the margins. But the ink always comes delivered in this box that is just a fun size. You could turn it into, you could reuse it to make doll furniture. You could decorate it to make a nice little storage box. But I thought, you know what? I'm in the mood to make another journal, and it seems like I'm always in the mood to make another journal. And I'm thinking about a chunky art journal. Just a chunky art journal. This might end up being a fun size. I've been going through papers on all through the workshop because I mentioned in my last video, and I'll say it again, I want to start doing a local market. I think I said I want to do it every week, which I do, but I haven't done this market yet. So it could be that I get there and I say, well, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And it could end up being what I hope it's going to be. So I've been going through papers and looking at packs and things like that. Now let's see, I wonder if that will kind of fit on the front. It's a little bit too big. How much would we need to lose? So this makes me think, I wonder if I should save this for something taller. We get things like this little, it's a frame, it's a vintage frame that had a picture in it, and the picture was I never had the picture. This was just in some ephemera. And I always wonder what to do with it, but using it on a journal cover would be nice. Now that's pretty. I don't know if you can see the design on that the little part that was the flap over. So we may use that. Anyway, I'm kind of talking fast and rambling. What I did though, I started just pulling out papers, so many papers, so that I could put some packs together and get this shop ultra organized so that I can do these sales that I want to do. Now this is fun. This is one of the sheets that we made with the melted crayons. And see, I said I was going to do more with this, and I do plan to. I just haven't gotten back to it yet. See how some of the crayon will actually flake off, but it leaves that beautiful color behind. So I'm not too worried about these big pieces flaking off. And we may actually use this because we're just going to do a fast and furious journal cover. And there's so much on the desk. I can tell this is going to be one of those, I'm going to have to remember where I put my scissors. So let's just cut straight up here. I got some coffee because I realized just about an hour ago I never had my second cup. So I just made half a cup, and I'm so used to 2 cups, but I've been noticing that I'm waking up too early in the morning. I don't know. I wondered this morning, am I just drinking too much caffeine? But I also I had my cup of coffee at home yesterday, and then I ended up also having a Starbucks, which I do not do that all the time because it's a lot of money to do it all the time. I wouldn't be able to do it all the time, but sometimes as a treat, I think, you know what? It's a good time for a little Starbucks. Now, I almost tore through that. I didn't mean to press quite so hard, but that's okay. I'm trying to score this a little bit. Let's just go ahead and put this on the cover and quit thinking about it. And we will see what happens. I don't know why I'm in the mood for just color and painty papers and mark making. I just want to color and paint and play. I just want to be out here all the time. So I don't know if my voice sounds a little different, like if I sound scratchy. I did have my physical recently and my thyroid numbers are off again. So I'm changing my medication dosage, but I feel like, and my antibodies were way off again too. I have Hashimoto's. So I feel like it just makes you feel bad, which I feel like I've been going kind of slow the last few days. I'm not getting as much done in a day as I would like to, but I also know it's really important for me to rest sometimes. So I don't know. I feel like it's made my voice a little bit raspy. And I'm so grateful for my doctor who is just on top of it and helping me figure this out. It has taken me a while to get used to my current doctor. I had a doctor that I absolutely loved for years. Like, I saw her for a long time. A long time. And she is retired. And when my insurance changed, I had to change doctors. And I lucked out. I got a doctor who's really nice, but I think I was spoiled. It has just taken me a while to, I don't know, maybe feel comfortable. And I don't think it's her. I think it's just learning something new, you know? And as we get older, more and more things change. I don't know why I'm rambling about that. Mostly just to talk about my my voice. So see how that puffs up there? I think that's just going to happen. I don't know that you can really do anything about something like that. And junk journals can turn into something that you have to mend sometimes. You have to fix. See where I tore that paper? We may end up having to put something over that, but that's okay. We don't care. We do not care. So let me take off Sorry, I was taking my address off of that paper, off of that cardboard. So let's use, I've wanted to use this from the start. Ever since I made these, I don't know if I used any or not. Maybe I used one as a page, but I'm honestly not sure. And you know what? We're just going to see what happens with this. We are just going to see what happens. Oh, wow. I really did go off to the side. I felt like I was going off to the side, but I didn't really listen to my inner voice saying you're not being straight. Oh, I like this side better. So I'm glad that we had this turned in a way that I had to look at the other side. How many like this side better? And you're probably saying I would have used this side. But I've been into blue and purple lately, a whole lot. So we're going to go with that other side. A lot of people have asked about my glue, and I have always loved tacky glue. Tacky glue is what I have used for years and years and years. Aleene's, I guess that's the way you say it. But this particular bottle And you see I lucked out. You see these clearance tags? These ended up going on clearance when I was at Joann's. I don't know how many I bought, but I got my discount on top of that. So these are made to sit upside down all the time. Once you cut this open, it just sits in its own lid here, and it's always ready to go. So that's what I like to use. And tacky glue, it grabs pretty quick. Tacky glue makes a version that's called a fast grab. And I have bought that before. I can't remember what I was using it for, but I was working on something, and when I saw it, I thought, well, maybe I should just go ahead and get the fast grab. But I have found that this regular tacky glue, it seems to just, it grabs on pretty quick. Now you can pull it back and change your mind a little bit, but it does seem to hold pretty quick, and I like that. I think that is a good thing. So with this, I do want some color, and I'm not in the mood to let paint dry. And I also don't know if I want to use this color. And it might take this a while to dry. I don't really want to. This is just a Bombay ink that I found at the thrift store. It's a yellow ochre. It's an India ink. Yeah, I don't know that I want this yellow around the whole thing. And we could do like we did before with the gelatos, but I'm kind of in the mood to do something different. We could also come around with these, with the alcohol pearl. And I've got distress sprays. I'm just looking in the shelf back here because that's where all this stuff sits. Oh, wow. That's pretty. I don't think it'll take this too long to dry. And while it is drying, we'll be getting a stack of this papers, a stack of these papers, a stack of this paper, and make some signatures. And then maybe, so let's see something here. Let's lay that way. And let's pick another color. What color is this? Deception. And this is the Enchanted. I got these from Joann's when I worked there as well. I miss Joann's. I miss working there. I miss my co-workers. I just miss it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really glad to be home. Sorry, I know I trailed off there. I was just thinking about some things, and you just really bond with the people you work with. So I don't like the way this little piece of paper is sticking up over the top. So we're just going to trim that right off. And we're going to put this over to the side and let it dry a little bit. It doesn't have to dry completely. And now let's just start folding some papers. But first, I want to see. So that is actually about the widest these papers can be. That's like a little Halloween thing, but I really do like that little, it's not a Halloween thing. I was going to put it with my Halloween stuff, but I love that little china cabinet with the spider in front of it. And actually, you know what? This is a really good height. So let's just start. Oh, that, I know where that needs to go. This gives me a chance to organize too. Trying to put things where they belong. And anywhere that we have little bits of painty paper or this homemade stuff, I'm definitely going to try to use that. Let's put this in. We've got Alexander the Great. And Yeah, that's about as tall. I wanted to just double check myself before. Ooh, we do have some pretty papers in here. Let's see if that's, yes. Oh, these are so cute. I don't remember where I got those. Those might be from Joann's. Oh, I think they are. I think they are. I think there was a pack of the vintage wallpaper samples. Is that a Tim Holtz thing? You know what? I don't remember, but I do love this. This goes with my file folder paper, and I do have a place for all of that to be. And we don't want to waste any of this stuff. Well, so we might do something with these at the end of this. And so my white paper, I'm making a stack because I do like to make handmade paper, and all of the white paper will end up going in a stack of my, to be sourced for making paper. So let's do this. Will this tear this way? So this looks like it had a butterfly somehow. Maybe I laid something between the pages. It could have been a stamp too, or something that had ink on it, and I laid it down. And then I love the ink spot on that. So I'm just folding it to the size I need and pulling that little strip off. This was some fun paper. It seems to be handmade, but I don't really like these long strips that were on there. So we're just gonna take those out. And let's just keep, ooh, this is fun. That's gonna be awesome. It's okay with me if some of the papers stick out a little bit. I don't want it to do that too much. You can see I'm just holding the stack to try to measure a little bit. Okay, so these book pages, I may put these in with, oh, but that's really neat. I do have a folder with just book pages so that I can put together some packs of book pages. I also have a stack of little watercolor pieces. I don't know how I got so much mixed in together in my papers over by my, well, it's where I make my journals usually, if I'm making them in bulk. And there was just everything you can think of over there. That will be a cute little paper. So again, there's some white paper. Let's just see. Oh, this is cute. Let's just cut straight across here. And that is about the right height. Oh, I wanted to use some painty papers. So how many? Let's do this. And maybe we will get 2 sets here. This is a really pretty paper, I think. I just got a stencil out a few days ago. And I just sat here doing some layers with watercolor paper and watercolor paints, a little bit of acrylic paint. Let's move these. This is something I want to do something with, so that needs to move. That's got holes all in it where I punched out some, I think I was trying to, I don't remember what I was punching holes in. But I wasn't happy with myself when I realized I had punched through so much. But you know what? We will save what we can by getting some circles of this really pretty artsy paper from the desk. We'll do something fun with that. So here is more plain white paper. That has a place where it belongs, over here. And more white paper. I do have a place for the pieces of paper that size. This is pretty. That's a really, really textured piece of paper. I really just like this image a lot. I think it's really inspirational, so let's put that one in. What else do we have over here? What is this? Some sort of festival thing. Everybody's in costume, and it's for some sort of druids, some sort of ancient thing. So I'm glad to get to use this. This was a pretty piece of stationery, and I noticed that one edge had gotten damaged. So it made me sad that it wasn't a perfect 8.5 by 11 anymore, but that's okay. Oh, and this just happens to be here. This is fun. So I definitely want to be able to use the part with the feet. We're not doing I'm not flipping any pages over in this one. Now let's bring this over here. Yep, there can be some pages sticking out. It's mostly these two. And I guess I could have folded that a little different. We'll cut them down if we need to. I really wanted to be able to keep these on here, but we can still use those. They're sticking out a little bit too far. I just don't want them out that far. All right, it's filling on up, and we're using a lot of stuff. So maybe we could use this. I really like that image. So much of my ancestry is from Scotland, the Highlands, and there is some Norse, a lot of English and North, I think it was Northwest Europe. Oh, this is fun. So this was one of those paper sample packs. And I just love that bug on there. So I feel like I need this bug somehow to be in here. I don't think we're going to try to put it on the front. Let's fold it. I'm not going to fold it completely in half because I do want the bug to show. So let's let that be a page. We'll leave that stapley part at the top. And we have all these little things. That's fun. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Oh, the little rabbit. I don't know, I can't decide. That's such a big. Oh, we could, so these are some of the faces that I have available. I think these are in my Etsy shop. I need to put them in the Ko-fi shop. But this actually would make a fun little page in this little book. Look, that's so fun. So these, I think, I'm going to cut up to go in the packs I'm working on for the market that I want to try doing. That's cool. Never give up on your dreams. Take your ideas and funnel them down to what you want most. Like a prism or rainbow, take the color you like best and make it yours. It doesn't matter if others like the same color. Your version will be unique. It will be you. Wow, I just got all kinds of stuff here. Ooh, another big crayon page. Huh. Oh my gosh, I love this. I think I have to use this. I mean, that's the crayon page too. And maybe we'll do one this way. And just the plain white paper. Let's see. This was paper that was a little bit crinkly. I think it got wet, so that's going to go in my paper making stack. This thing, I don't know if I want to use this or not. It's pretty ratty, and I don't remember where I got this. I want to say it was part of some packaging when I was working at Joann's that ended up getting wet outside, and I picked it up because it looked cool. And it doesn't have any dirt or anything on it. It's been in the workshop for a while. I just don't know. There's something about it that's not speaking to me right now, so that's going to the side. And it's totally okay to say, you know what, not today. This is not not what I want today. I do not remember stitching this right here to a piece of paper like that, and it just came loose. I kind of like that on the front of there. More white paper. You sure find out what you've got when you start doing something like this. We're just going to do a few more pieces of paper. And this one, we're not going to let this one be so wide. I don't want to make the same mistake. That is kind of pretty, isn't it? And then we could put something else up there to cover those holes up. I've got these circles we cut out, but I don't know that I want to do more circles. We'll see once we get it in here what we think. And I do like this. That was some wrapping paper. I love the colors. So let's just, I would definitely want to use that big purpley flower. I almost cut at the bottom. And we would have pretty much lost it. I get too fast for my own good sometimes. I think we all do that. So, what else do we have? We've got some pages from the zine. Ooh, some recipes. Oh wait, this is a recipe I want to save. That actually has something in it that sounds really good, and I put that on the desk to take it inside. What is all this? A large sheet of paper. There's some fun graph paper. So let's do some of that. We still have quite a bit of room in here, but as we start adding things, it's gonna get thicker. Let's go ahead and make some signatures. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not being fussy at all about what goes where with this one. We're just going to go through and lay these out. One, two. The only thing I was going to be fussy about is not putting one of these in that first pile. And we actually need, oh, that must have fallen out. That goes here. So that's perfect. So now let me put these signatures in some sort of order. And I'm not going to be fussy about that either, except that I don't want like 3 of these in a row. So why don't we just make sure that those are distributed. And this is so pretty. It's kind of fun to fold it in the other direction and see it in the center when you get to the center. We are not going to be fussy about this. Okay, so there's one signature. I do want her on the outside. I want to see her first, I think. And let's put something there. That's pretty behind her. And other than that, we, once again, are not going to be fussy about this. So there's maybe the center one. Let's look at this. Maybe we'll put that blue cupboard behind her. Or that's pretty behind her. And then other than that, once again, we're not going to be fussy. And we are not going to be fussy about the way we bind this. We are just going to, again, we're not going to put two pieces of the scrapbook paper or the little wallpaper scrapbook paper side by side. If I don't want like 2 or 3 or 4 of something exactly alike, it is fun to kind of stagger that out. And let's put that in the center of that one. So that's 3. This one feels thicker. Why does it feel thicker? It's got maybe a few more thicker papers in it. Of course, this one with that paper sample in it feels kind of thick too. So with this, I am going to start with the center signature. And I really love it when I leave my awl somewhere where I don't know where it is. I know I have several. I'm just thinking, where's the other one? We may have to go with this huge one. So we're going to make 2 holes. I'm only going to do 2 holes. And you know what? So this, I want this one in the center. And we really are not gonna, we're not gonna fuss too much. I'm gonna guesstimate the center. That looks pretty good. Gosh, you would not want to get your finger. I just thinking about it makes me feel weak. I don't know. My other awl is on this desk somewhere because I used it to punch a hole in something metal. So that looks pretty even. And I'm going to do something that I don't always do. I'm going to put the strings on the inside. So we don't need a lot. I need to get a crocodile. That is going to be one of my next big purchases. I also want a little printer that prints the pictures out right off of your phone. Ever since I saw Jennifer with one in Savannah. I knew I wanted one, but then seeing it in person, I was like, yeah, I want to get one. So let me find these holes again. And I don't know why I'm trying to put this in before I even punch the other holes. I mean, I guess that's what we do anyway. I don't know. There we go. That's just a really big hole in that paper. But that's okay. Gosh, I can't get my hands on the string. Hello? Goodness gracious, that hole is traumatic. I mean, it looks like it's almost a star shape because it tore the paper so much. But that's okay. All right, so let's tie this in. And hopefully that's tight enough. Yeah, Yeah, that seems to be okay. I'll do my requisite spot of glue. Not very much. And then for the signature in the front, well, that looks a little lopsided, but we knew this could happen. We knew this could happen, and we're not worried about it. I'm not worried about it, so you shouldn't be worried about it. Hello. All right, there's one. And there's another one. So let's just put this right here. And I'm just gonna make some marks this time. That went right through. Like, it went through there easier than all those papers. And then let's get another little piece of, now, you know, like on the big layered junk journal that we did, if I'm doing it like that and I have my little graph and the template and everything to put the signatures in, I usually cut all of my strings together so that they're all the same length and they're ready to go. I'm just doing this so haphazardly. I'm really not even worried about that. I'm just cutting a little piece each time. I'm probably cutting too much because I think I'm going to trim them to put some little paper charms on. Charm might not be the right word. And you know what? I could be using a needle. I kept thinking, why am I having such a hard time with this? It's because I'm not using a needle. I'm just trying to poke the cord straight through. I think I lost the hole when I laid it down. I'm so stubborn. I'm determined to not have to get the needle out. So with this one, let's go ahead and wax this. So let me tell you, I got the most amazing family photograph last week thanks to a distant cousin that I met online. I think we're third cousins, or third, I think. No, maybe fourth. Anyway, this photograph is so old. It is so incredible. I felt, after I first saw it, for days I felt almost sad, like really, really like I needed to be with these people, because I was really close to my great aunts and uncles. And I used to listen to them tell stories about their uncles. And some of those uncles are in this picture. When my great uncle would talk about his Uncle Stace, that Uncle Stace is in this picture. So the picture has my great-great-great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, and my great-grandfather when he was only 14 years old. I think it's just amazing. I'm going to be putting it in that little book that I made to put family pictures in. I want to start writing stuff in there so that my children will have it, because they seem really interested in that kind of thing. They listen, and when I talk to them and tell them about it, they seem to be really, they like it. They like hearing about it. But I know from being that age and from not having the perspective of being, I don't want to say at the end of life, but you know, at this point I've already lived more years, most of my years. It sounds sad to say that. I mean, unless I live to be in my 120s, which most people don't do. But my point is, I know from having this perspective is that once you get older and those older people are all gone, at least in my case, I think, why didn't I ask more questions? Why didn't I pay more attention, and I paid attention. I mean, I was a lot more interested in this kind of stuff than a lot of people were, and I still could just kick myself for not asking more questions, you know, for not learning more when I had these wonderful people in my life who could have answered questions. Wow, I just looked at the phone, my camera, that's what I use. And we have been going for so long already. That's crazy. Like 47 minutes. So, oh, why did I cut so much of that? Just not thinking. Well, and maybe we won't trim it. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. So after I tie this off, we will stop and then we will come back with the next video. I'm not sure when I'll actually be able to do that. It's already getting late in the day. I've got more packages to mail, and I do apologize that it's taken a few days longer for me to get some of these last packages in the mail. I just have not felt myself. I'm not sick, but I knew something was wrong. I knew something was off, and it's my thyroid. So that, I think that's made a huge difference in my, I'm still doing stuff, but I just feel slow. I don't feel like my usual self in a way. So hopefully that will all get back to where it needs to be. What did I do with this one to lose the holes just in that short amount of time? I really should have used my needle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that y'all are having to sit and watch all this. You know what? It would take no time to just put this on a needle. And look at that. Look how fast that was. And then we'll do the same thing on this side, because I'm tired of messing with it. I've done this so fast. I hope all the pages are facing the right way. I think they are, though. Yeah, they seem to be. We're going with it. And let's put our tiny little drop of glue. Okay, so look at that. That is going to be so much fun. And see, you can make the spine bend if you want to. I had not really done anything to that yet because it's kind of fun to have that box shape. But oh, that's just so much fun. The reason that I put the strings like this time is that I may end up putting something over this on the outside, and we could put another string in if we decide to and tie it on the outside. You can continue to add to things however you want to. Now, do I want this on the front? I kind of like that, and we're just not gonna overthink anything. I like it, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. One of the big inspirations for this has been going through papers and seeing all these fun painted papers that I had on the desk. You know, it would be fun to have one of these really heavy little game pieces on the front. But I don't know. That little dog is so cute. I mean, really. Oh, that's cute too. I love this bunny. That makes me think of the bunnies that I used to make. We might go with the bunny and just start a whole new theme. That's a very thick, very, very thick little game piece. But it's kind of fun. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. I mean, we're just going to do it, and we'll see if it sticks. If it doesn't, we'll put something else on the front. So this is a good time to stop because this needs to just sit. I don't need to do anything else to this. I mean, you can see we've got our 3 signatures. I did not measure. The strings were at different heights, and that's okay. That's totally okay. We've got this amazing paper that we made just by melting the crayons onto it, and I do think, you know, even if I got some sort of duct tape to go on the outside, I just don't know yet. I don't know yet. And we could put a little piece of masking tape just to repair it in certain spots, you know? Like, that's really cute. It gives it some personality. I think we're just going to stop right here, and I'm leaving this on the desk to dry. And hopefully tomorrow that will be ready to go, and we can add more to it. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back really soon. Welcome to all the new subscribers. We have a lot of subscribers in the last month, like it's over 400, maybe close to 500 that we've had in the last month. So I really appreciate it. Keep sharing the videos if you like them, because that helps the channel to grow, and that helps me be able to do more. I push really hard to sell things because it's part of my income. But you know, if the channel does well, that gives me more time to just create and just share ideas. So anyway, thank you. I'm just saying thank you for being here. Okay, bye for now.